Brooks,
Ow!
John, and Elizabeth.
Yours truly. She had 10 Christmas trees. She had to start them in October.
Serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, she would.
So this is like a 4-month setup.
However, your mom puts lights on her tree that she takes them down every year. Okay, Becky doesn't. Becky leaves the lights on her tree.
I say we do
Do you
too.
have any help?
Don't know.
2 kids.
Oh,
Well,
see, my
but
mom
her-
did
so
all
she's
by
got
herself.
Well, but her kids are 3 years old and 7.
No, they're not 3.
Okay, Marie's like 4 or 5,
Yeah.
and then
Matt's
Matt.
like 12.
No, he's like 9 or 10.
Yeah, oh, he's...
So I know I've said that everything is content.
Not
is not
this.
content.
This probably isn't content.
Yeah,
But
motherfucker.
welcome to Dungeons with Friends! I'm just kidding. Everything is content. Yes.
We're talking about anal angus.
So
I know. Like last night when I penetrated John anally, that was really fun.
And I am
Then she
keeping
inverted my butthole.
it
so-
all in, unlike John's butthole. Yes. So we're an actual play Dungeons and Dragons podcast. Don't play it for your kids, apparently.
No, unless you want them to ask what anal is,
Yep.
Anal angus.
Yep. Maybe don't Google that yourself either.
or if you do, don't be on the
And if
work.
that's your thing, go for
Wi-Fi.
you.
Yeah, we don't kink shame in this house.
Just don't Google it at work.
So, yes, we are an actual play Dungeons and Dragons podcast, I swear.
Hard to believe, right?
Right? Crazy.
Jay, we
and
love you.
We are, yes, thank you, Jay. And we are on our main campaign. We are on the Cher side of the campaign. For inspiration, Elizabeth. Mm-hmm. Will you recap our last episode?
Well, in the last episode, we found ourselves chasing after Cher's dream. She dreamed about... Why are you giving me that face? I don't know how I got that.
I don't know how it felt.
Oh,
That's
I
not
don't-
your fault. I set it up.
Limp dick.
So Cher had this dream about a mountaintop with a Luxodon person named Tuskwood, and we made the treacherous climb up to meet him and meditate with him. Almost didn't make it a few times, but then Kasel had the brilliant idea to use polymorph, and myself and Geneva turned into eagles to carry us across to the top of the mountain where we met and meditated with Tuskwood, and he opened up a chest of treasures unknown to share with us.
Very good. You take inspiration.
Feel inspired.
Yes. So, Talisman has just opened his magical chest of wonders to you all. And he pulls out 3 items. He pulls out a sort of plain-looking robe.
Oh,
He pulls out a carved elephant. And he pulls out a third thing.
that Kevin has to look up.
Rule of threes that I remember. Oh, and he pulls out a coin with a tree on it. He said, These are my prized possessions.
They should. They're beautiful.
Well, thank you.
What do they do?
Yeah. What do they do?
Well, they do all sorts of things. What do you guys want to know about?
Everything. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, which one? I got 3. Where
Tell me
do you
about
want
the
me to
elephant.
start? Oh, the elephant? Oh, this is a real interesting one. So you see, I call him Dilbert, but you can call him whatever you want if you're taking him. So what happens is you can take this, and it will become a real elephant that you can communicate with and say, go get that bad guy, and he'll help you fight the bad guys.
yeah, I'm gonna take that.
Okay, well there you go.
Cool.
Like I said, I've called him Dilbert. Don't feel married to that name though, because he's
Well,
yours now.
Dilbert's fine. I mean,
Okay.
I
I just don't want to impress Dilbert on you.
like Dilbert. I might call him
good.
Dilly occasionally,
Oh, I think he might enjoy that.
or Birdie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
oh wait, gender.
Oh, he identifies as male.
Cool beans. Thank you.
What about the other 2 items, the robe and...
Yeah. Well, so you see here now. This robe is some studded armor, and as you can see, it doesn't look like studded armor, but it is. And well, here, you big guy. Why don't you try this on? And he sort of puts it on you. He's like, hold on, can you put your arm through here? There you go. And yeah, it feels like armor, but it's a robe. And he goes, and yeah, you can change it to be whatever you want. So, what kind of clothes would you want to wear?
I'm going to stick with the robe right now because I don't know what to make it.
Oh, well, I mean, you could make it... Well, like here, imagine it's a pretty ball gown. And as you're as you picture a pretty ball gown, it turns into this beautiful flowing ball gown. It goes, still armor.
I think I'm going to go back to the robe.
Okay. And yeah, it's back to the robe.
Why wouldn't you just have it done to match your clothing, Kasel, what you're wearing?
Because
then no one would know that you had changed.
I'll stick with the robe.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's you. You just enjoy that one.
Save the best for last.
I guess I did. He goes, this here's a tree. Here you go.
And does it have any powers?
Oh, it does. It'll make a tree. Yep,
What type of tree?
Well, as long as you're outside, you just put this tree down, and it'll create a tree. I can't remember how big, maybe about 60 feet.
Wow.
Yeah,
Can she take the tree with her?
Well, you see, the thing is, you make the tree, and then you can say, all right, and then at will, you can put it back in the coin.
That's cool. How long does it take to make the tree?
A couple of seconds.
Wow. And what is the name of this? What do we call it?
So,
Tree coin.
you guys will each, for your convenience, look at how prepared I am. That's the elephant.
Okay.
This is your...
Oh, he gets his own little thing.
It's his own stat block, and that is Qual
Awesome.
Feather Token.
Qual feather token.
Nice.
Yours is glamour studded armor.
Elephant figure.
Elephant figure.
You got real creative with that, didn't you there?
Well, these are all out of the Dungeon Master's
Yeah.
Guide. These are all legit magical items.
What's really funny is that John was literally just bitching about how
Just
you had...
bitching about how you don't get magic items. And hello! This is not a response to that, because clearly I prepared these in advance.
So all I have to do for to get my elephant is I just put him down and say something?
Yeah, whatever you want to say. I've been saying, hey, Dilbert, but whatever you want to say.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put him down real quick and just say hi to him.
Yeah, so you put him down, and
Dilbert,
and yeah, he just this enormous, full size
African or Asian?
African,
Okay.
big elephant just appears and just sort of
Hi, Dilbert.
just sort of lets
Yeah.
out the sort of big trumpet noise and sort of wraps his trunk around you to give you the equivalent of an elephant hug.
I'll hug him back.
Yeah,
No, we're gonna have fun, Dilbert.
and
Dilly.
and he sort of flaps his ears.
Okay. I don't want to wait. I don't want to waste all your power right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and have you go back into your figurine. But I'm gonna then pick you up and put you in my backpack. Okay.
And he sort of nods
Bye, Dilbert.
back into the
Yeah.
And Kasel at this point is just changing his clothes constantly, like
yeah. Whatever you want them to be, they're just
and ran like
Corset and thong. High heels.
yeah,
yeah, trying it all.
yeah.
Okay, so that's not a good look for you. I'd go back to your armor.
I even go for the latex suit.
Wait, is this a Zen tie or a cat suit?
Wow, Kevin knows a lot of suits.
What?
Well, okay.
Wait,
so
you
a
wanna
Zen tie
explain this?
covers the face and head. A cat suit just goes up to the neck.
Wow, we're learning a lot about y'all's sex lives.
This is a joke from Archer.
Okay.
Sure.
It is. It's from Los Scandalo, season 2, episode 6.
All right. I'm gonna call bullshit till you moon us because there
Yeah.
could be cat writing drop imprints on your ass.
I don't need to see that.
I will show you the episode of Archer.
I was gonna say I used to be a fan of Archer until I realized he and Bob have the same voice.
Oh yeah, it's A. Sean Benjamin.
No,
yeah.
I know, and I just couldn't stop seeing Bob.
Have you seen the crossover?
episode?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen the crossover episode.
That's so good.
It's in Archer, right?
Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
Archer. It's season 4, episode 1.
Yeah, I've seen it, and I was bothered that no one talked.
Yeah.
was like, come on. And I wish it was like the whole episode.
Well, I mean, well, the kids didn't talk.
I know, but I wish it was the whole episode.
Yeah, I really don't. Anyway.
So, and then
it
are you
gives you
playing
these
with your
guys.
tree?
I'm going to save it, I guess.
It's best to probably leave it somewhere outside.
As a note to yours, the actual item originally can only be used once, which I think is lame.
Yeah.
So I made it where you can recall it as an action.
Okay.
And reuse it again.
I would.
Ooh, which means if we're ever
Yeah.
at war, you could actually throw it and say, tree.
Yeah, now it has to be an unoccupied space. And it has to be outside.
Oh, I was like, could you have someone swallow it?
Nope, has to be outside.
That would be kind of be broken.
Yeah. No.
Just throw the tree into someone.
Has to be on soil.
Expand it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, it's like I can only use my elephant for 24 hours, then it requires a 7-day recharge.
Yeah.
And me, I can just keep changing.
Yeah, yours is just whatever. Yeah. But it's, so it's studded leather armor. It's on there. It's 13 AC plus 1. Or it's base 13 AC and then plus 1. So it's 14 and then whatever your dex is your new AC.
So it's really, I have 15 as my AC?
Yeah.
Sweet. And I just randomly just keep changing clothes. It's
Just at will.
Yeah.
Yeah. In combat, it's a bonus action, but for flavor right now, it's just
Currently it's a zoot suit.
you do you, man.
So,
I don't think it's a zoot suit.
Talisman. Thank you for these gifts. They're amazing. I cannot express to you how much I love Dilbert already.
I'm just happy to give them. I'm just, because honestly, they've just been collecting dust up here, and, I'm just happy to have somebody that's going to actually use them.
Well, with that being said, do you want to come back with us?
Oh, no, I don't. Honestly, I'm very happy up here. I've lived enough lifetimes among people and doing things, and that's just not really my speed anymore.
Okay, but you say you like to stop the forces of evil. Yes.
Oh no, I didn't say that.
No.
No, I just said I like to support the forces of good. That's my evil fighting days are behind me. It's just stay up here and
By not
enjoy it.
fighting the forces of evil, you're only helping them.
Oh, I don't think so.
A blue tit.
But I think this is worth discussing. I'm happy to discuss it with you.
There are powerful forces that are trying
Ooh,
to
a great tit.
bring mass destruction to this
That's what John
world.
calls me.
Yeah, probably. There
Thousands.
usually are.
Thousands could die, and you're willing to just sit here while thousands of people will die.
Oh, well, I don't think I'm just sitting here.
I don't think so either, Kasel. I think that he taught us how to meditate, how to channel, how to become more wise. He's given us great gifts that are going to go on, and we know where he is. So if we need to come back, we ultimately can.
And you guys are always welcome here. But like I said, I believe that good exists, and I know that evil exists too. But like I said, my evil fighting days are behind me.
Well, I think that we're going to rest for a little bit, and then we're probably going to take off. But do know, if you ever need us, you know how to call. I mean,
Oh well, I appreciate
just
it.
pop up in a dream.
I might take you guys up on fixing the walkway one of these days. And that doesn't have to be now. I don't want to be a burden, but
Well, if you want to do it now, I can.
No.
Okay.
You guys are doing stuff. I don't want to put myself on you. So you guys just go about your business, and you guys just feel free to drop in whenever you feel like.
As he's saying in his head, no, I want to fucking get it done, but no.
Good people didn't do the right thing.
Okay, Kasel.
What does that even mean?
He doesn't know. He's just being a dick.
He
Just
doesn't
ignore
know.
him.
Well, I mean, look, I can see your point.
He's
I
a
think
horny ass bard. That's about all he is.
Hold up. That's not how this is playing out.
So you haven't had sex with Geneva? You
Wait.
haven't had tried to have sex
I
with
think you're
Margot?
a good guy. I think he's good, right?
We're all good.
Reasonably
so to
good,
speak.
yes.
Sorry, Boogless.
Well, look, do you want to know? Does anyone here want to know if they're good?
I do.
Yes.
Because I can tell you whether or not you're good.
I do.
Well, I don't tell you. And he sort of takes the talisman off of his neck, and he goes, "Only good people can touch this."
Oh,
Okay?
I want to try
You
it.
want to touch it? So you touch it. What's your alignment?
Shit, where is it, John? You moved
I
it.
think you're chaotic neutral.
Yes, I think. No, I'm lawful neutral.
Okay. So you're gonna take some damage.
Oh. I don't want to touch it. Never mind. I lied.
Already done it. You're going to take 6d6 radiant damage.
Okay.
Jesus.
6d6.
So you're going to take 22 points of radiant damage.
Okay. So I am.
And as the talisman bursts out of your hand, this sort of glowing energy shooting you back up against the wall. He's like, "Oh, well, maybe not good." And he sort of like picks it back up.
Oh, that's not what you wanted to hear.
To grab the talisman.
You're gonna do it. What's your alignment?
Chaotic neutral.
Same thing. 66 radiant damage.
Here we go.
While you're doing that, I get to go pee.
I'm going to try and hold on to the talisman.
Okay.
Oh, please let it die.
Okay. So that is 17 points of radiant damage.
Now it's my turn.
So you're going to try and hold on to it. So it bursts this radiant energy. You're going to keep holding on to it?
I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay. You're going to take another 66 of radiant damage.
That's fine.
That is going to be 27 points of radiant damage.
Okay. I'm going to let the talisman go because it's currently trying to kill me.
Yeah, and Talisman is now reaching for it. He's like, "No, it's gonna kill you!" My goodness! Oh, I don't know if you really want to try this now. Apparently, it's been hurting your feelings here.
I do. I want to try.
And he sort of reluctantly hands it over to you. What's your alignment?
Lawful good.
If it hurts her.
Nothing.
How is chaotic neutral bad?
Just tell me what it did.
I kind of want to grab it again, but I know that's going to kill me probably.
And as you sort of like kind of start thinking about it, he goes, "Ah, I see you thinking about it. I don't think it's going to inject you."
I don't think I'm a bad guy.
Well, Talisman disagrees. Not this Talisman, but apparently that one does.
Just as a... Will I know if this will kill me?
It's been hurting a lot. How many hit points you got left?
8.
It's been hurting a lot. Like your hand is singed, and skin is starting to peel off of it from the pain of this talisman burning into your skin.
All right.
It's hurting.
Let's see here. Let me fix you up, dear. I'm gonna do
Can I
cure.
get that back from you? I just don't want to accidentally touch him. And he puts the talisman back around his neck.
Let's do cure wounds for you.
Okay, go ahead and roll for the cure.
I feel like this is bullshit. I tried.
Wasn't there something right here? On the wall? I feel like there's always something right here on the wall.
I don't know.
15.
Take it back. Take those hit points.
So Kasel's not as good as Cher.
Yeah, he held on to it and took 2 rounds of the damage.
Dummy, why do you think I let it go?
He goes, "Well, now y'all don't take that too personally now. It doesn't mean that you're bad people. Just, you just didn't quite measure up to the talisman's definition of good."
How did you come across that talisman?
Oh, I got this whenever I was when I was venturing around with the monks of the Sun Soul.
Oh.
This is where I did my studying.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to part with that.
Oh goodness, no. It's perhaps the one item I allow myself to really be attached to.
Well, that's understandable.
And honestly, I mostly do it so that it won't fall in the wrong hands, because I feel like it could be a very powerful item for good or evil, potentially.
Well, I think you're right about that. And if you ever think you need safe keeping of it, you let me know.
You might be the first person I might be interested in potentially parting with it one of these days. But
So she didn't.
today's
She was
not
good.
today.
Awful good.
Get it.
I understand.
Well,
Right. Well, I guess I'm ready to retire to my chambers.
oh yes. Oh, sorry. Where are my manners? And he sort of shows you each into antechambers, like where you can each stay. Antechambers of his tent.
Cozy.
Yeah, it is nice actually. It's the suddenly the sound from outside is dead. You're just sort of in this sort of nice quiet area. You find restful sleep, and you all lose your point of exhaustion.
And we gain all of our life back, so I'm not about to die.
Yeah,
Yeah. Woo! And lose my exhaustion.
yeah. You lose your exhaustion, and you gain the benefits of a long rest.
Ooh, I feel rested. I got Dilbert. Dilly.
So I couldn't touch Tuskwood. But can I touch Dilbert?
Well, yeah, when next time I call him out, you can. I don't want to call him out because I can only use him a handful of times.
So I understand. I don't want to tire him.
Yeah. But yeah, for sure, the next time, and honestly, when we get back to town, I might want to take old Dilly for a good run outside. And he will for sure be coming with. Really open him up, see what his powers can do.
This is the best adventure I've been on.
I take it we're in the same room then?
Sure.
Okay.
As a note, you have now seen an elephant.
Sharon Dilly.
Yelp.
Oh my gosh.
And there's no rules about being a pachyderm. So I have to
Also,
wait.
as a note, you have now seen a giant eagle.
Fuck, but I can't fly until 8.
It's gonna be 8 the next time we play anyway.
True. I need to write that down. Okay.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Because
Finally.
I, Brooks Wolff, often use beast mode.
Yep.
Yeah, I always forget the second last name. Everyone at work's like, Brooks, you said Brooks Wolff, but your name tag says Hack is something. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's there. I'm like, I just forget. Been Brooks Wolff for 20-something years. Okay. I have now seen an elf.
Yeah, so mark that off your bingo card.
No, it's Venom, not Senum.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I got you.
I completely forgot about that too.
Oh yeah, that whole thing.
And
This is going to create a lot of interesting things now.
well, what's
Yeah.
really funny is I keep waiting on beast mode really until flying because that's really where
Yeah,
it's
that's where it gets
useful.
real spicy.
Yeah, what can I do as a snake? Ooh, boo. I mean, like now being an what was I? A weasel was really fun. I'm gonna rest. We've already woken up.
Well, can some druids turn into elementals?
Potentially.
What?
Some druids can turn into elementals.
If you've seen one.
Well, I have not. So is Geneva awake?
Oh, I mean, if you guys didn't do anything before you rest.
No, I went
Nope.
to bed.
Okay, then yeah, you and Geneva are up first then.
Hey, Geneva. After these two wake up, do you think that it'll be okay if we went ahead and teleported back?
Yeah, no, that'd be fun.
Okay, you feel good?
Yeah, feeling good.
Okay.
I've got a good rest in. And I've made sure I had that spell ready to go. So yeah, no, I'm all set.
Well, how about you go wake up Kasel and I'll go wake up Margot?
Well, I mean, it's only been a couple hours.
Oh,
I don't
has it
know.
only been a couple hours? Oh, my
we're
bad.
up first, so it's
I forget
Yeah.
that trance. Isn't
Yeah.
it nice though?
it is nice though.
Until you forget that you got to do something.
and it's funny because so I'm with the druids.
Yeah.
And I'm like one of the few elves.
Huh?
And I always get up early.
Oh, I know.
And that's whenever I'm like going through my spells and go over what I did before and do my research on what I've called spell slots, if you will.
Yeah.
Which the research I've done shows how much with your arcane power you can use in a certain day. But it's kind of lonely.
It is.
You know?
I like being alone because,
Yeah.
it's easy. But yeah, I will say, there are some times where I'll see a sunrise or it'll be the early morning and a flower will be covered in just the perfect amount of dew and I want to share it with someone, but guess what? They're
Yeah,
all
it's just
asleep.
you. Yeah, I know.
Well,
it's
at
ridiculous.
least we now know as long as we're in the same area, we can come see each other.
Yeah, we can do this. So you seem weird about the whole Kasel thing. Now, I don't pick up on people vibes very good. Just being honest.
The reason I get weird about it is because I don't want it to ruin a relationship going forward. Like, I don't want it to be something where you now are very upset with the group because Kasel's now sleeping with someone else.
Oh, okay.
So that's where I get weirded out. Like, it's one of those, it's like, dude, you could potentially be ruining stuff for us in the future. I am asexual and really don't find physical attraction with anyone. Okay. However, I do love company and companionship, and I think very highly of Kasel, but I just really don't want him ruining potential relationships that'll be good for us.
Somewhere in your dream, Kasel, you feel this joyous feeling.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. What? More things highly of me?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good person. I would never tell it to his face.
Yeah. For real. That's exactly what I'm saying. And if you tell him I said that, Geneva? Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. I don't pick up on many things, but that I picked up on, that you're not meant to.
How long have you been with the Druids or at Druidia?
Oh, I wasn't with them after the fall. I actually left the university in Archivus, in the middle of my studies, and I decided to just hang with them instead. I didn't really connect to people very well, and they kind of accepted that, whereas other people kind of didn't.
Yeah, I get it.
But the Druids have always been really welcoming to me, and they've been really nice and patient, and I have nothing but good things to say about them.
Oh yeah, we're a great class.
Yeah, you guys, some real classy folks.
Yeah, and I'm so glad to know another elf. Usually the elves I meet are like, we don't care that you're an elf.
Yeah, they're usually kind of hoity people.
Being a sun elf and a high sun elf, it's like they just already think that I would be looking down at them, but... Yeah. I was with so many other people growing up that it's like I don't look down really on anyone.
Yeah, I knew my parents. There were a few other elves in Archivus that I knew, but we didn't really hang out with other elves very much.
Yeah, we didn't either. I didn't either. I mean, I've been pretty much with a albino tiefling and a dragonborn bard. Yeah. Or tiefling sorcerer.
Yeah. That must have been interesting.
Oh, yeah, it was. I miss her. She was good. She was fun.
Yeah.
But, sometimes evil gets a hand on someone and...
Well,
not much you can do about it.
Yeah, seems like Talisman's got a good bead on what's good and evil, but I wish he would share that knowledge with everybody, because
I don't know if it's him or if it is just the talisman.
I don't know if he knows.
Yeah. Think enough time's passed to wake them up yet?
Yeah, probably. And she sort of goes over. Kasel.
Margot.
Kasel. Kasel, we're going.
Margot, I got you a hard candy.
We're going. Yeah, we're going.
Margot,
we are going.
Hard candy's outside.
I'm going. I'm going to get the spell set up.
Margot, there's hard candy. I'm taking a hard candy
we're
outside.
We're not going.
Yep.
I'm up.
Got you a hard candy.
You just see Kasel like, oh God, why is it so early?
By the way, Liz doing hard candy for Margot is probably the best thing to ever happen to this campaign.
That is a fun new character quirk.
Especially because she's an old grandma. It's like literally hanging out with my grandmother. And she keeps pulling mints out of her purse and handing them to me, even though I never asked for one.
Oh, no one ever does.
No. Nor did I ask for an Altoid. But yet, guess what?
Go ahead, Margot. Just put in your equipment that you have a sewing tin. A tin of...
but like those butterscotch candies that no one knows where you got them from.
Well, it's a cookie tin, but it's got sewing stuff in it. I'm gonna let you have that, just as a character item.
But her hard candies also need to be no name brand.
Yeah.
And they're just in the red or pink or red or yellow cellophane.
Yes.
Cellophane, whatever it is.
And I feel like Kasel has like a same little container.
No.
It's just filled with condoms.
Okay, well, Cher doesn't need anything from the real world.
Yes.
So, Margot, okay, you're up?
I'm up.
You got all your stuff? You got your token?
I got the tree.
Yeah. You got your hard candies? You got your sewing tin?
I'm ready.
Okay. Do you need to go to the bathroom?
Yes, I better go.
Okay.
I better go before we leave. Good idea.
Okay.
Go make some yellow snow.
And now we would like to take a second to support some other actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcasts.
In the Witchgrave Covenant, like many other fantasy realms, it's the heroes that save the day. Slaying dragons, rescuing villages, delving dungeons, they're the people you go to when evil is afoot in the land. Ever wonder what happens when those heroes aren't around? Sometimes, when sinister forces are at work, the only people you've got to call on are the town doctor,
I'm not going to lie to you, this is going to hurt.
that crazy lady who raises mules,
They have to be glossy at all times.
and the gnome kid that runs the dispensary.
You know Big Milo down at Newbridge? He's got mules as well.
That's right. It's time for the NPCs to step up and save the day.
I think I killed someone. I did kill someone.
You were healing trauma on one of the most renowned highwaymen in the area.
Also true, but
Ain't no mule, that's a donkey.
What?
Or maybe they'll just make everything worse. The Session Tapes, Children of the Covenant. Fridays at www.thesessiontapes.com. Also available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Now back to our podcast. If you would like to become a part of our ad share program, please email us at dungeonswithfriends@gmail.com. You go pee.
All right, I'm back. I'm
Okay.
ready.
Jesus.
Hey,
So,
it's
Geneva.
roleplay.
Okay, so I'm going to pick Margot up so that way, because I know that we have 6 seconds. Kasel, stand next to me. Geneva, we're ready.
Okay. And yeah, so Talisman kind of comes up and goes, right, well.
It's been great seeing you, Talisman, and I look forward, and I'm actually going to go, I know I don't do this, and I'm going to hug him.
And he's like, he kind of like points to everybody. He's like,
Thank you for
I'm gonna give him a
everything.
thumbs up.
yeah.
And if you need us, just show up in a dream, and we'll come to you.
Well, I don't really have that power, but
Or call me.
yeah, I'll call you. Is Pharaoh still a thing?
Pharaoh still a thing. I answer through 1-800
I hope they come
Druidia.
up here, but haven't really tried. But if I need to, I'll reach out to you.
Just let us know.
All
and
right.
I assume you'll stay here, so if I miss you, I can just come back.
This is where I'll be.
Cool. Well, it's been great seeing you.
It's been great seeing you.
Hug him.
Oh, hello there. There you go. Got a big old hug for you there,
Margot?
you big scaly teddy bear.
I'm gonna go hug him,
Oh, you come on up here.
and as he leaned down,
Come
I'm
on
gonna touch that tusk,
Okay. You can touch the
I hope he
tusk.
slaps her hand.
You can touch
like
the
the Pope
tusk.
and
does.
I'm gonna give him a sugar.
Okay. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh,
Sugar.
you're gonna make me blush now. Now go
Please
on.
tell me he slaps her like the Pope did.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And then he freaking apologized. I'm like, dude, don't apologize.
Yeah.
Someone grabbed your arm and pulled you back to them. No,
80
don't
years old.
apologize.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, and if you see,
You're
he
gonna
actually
bruise.
got yanked.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Like,
bruise. Anyway, but Talisman is more patient even than the Pope.
Yeah,
Except
he's
your
gonna wait
hugs
for us
and
to
kisses.
do the ritual. Right?
Yeah, and so yeah, he watches as Geneva sort of draws out the sort of teleportation circle, waits for the very last line, and starts waving. All right, I'll see you guys later.
bye.
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 And
Okay, I'm gonna grab Margot and run.
I'm gonna grab Talisman hands. I'm gonna put my foot on the rune.
okay, make
I
me a
hope-
strength check.
Oh my god.
He gut slaps you.
Son of a bitch.
Okay,
Saving throw? Or doesn't really matter. It's
whatever you got.
4.
Okay, well he rolled a 27.
Son of a bitch.
And so just as a flash, as just an instinct, you don't even see his hand move.
Uh-huh.
It just but behind he goes, oh, you're funny.
Yeah.
And yeah. And you stumble into the sigil.
Try.
You did.
Yeah.
Didn't mean you would do it well.
And then yeah, sort of you all sort of like all just sort of garbled
That
and
would
jarbled
work.
up.
Kevin would have like, son of a bitch, rewrite this campaign.
Considering his dexterity save is plus 10,
Yeah, I don't think you would have done it.
I don't think you were gonna catch him.
There was a chance though. There's a small.
There's always a chance.
If I
So you're
would've gotten
saying
that
there's a way.
20,
If you'd gotten a nat 20
Well, you got
and
a
he'd
nat
got
one.
less than a 10. But no.
not with that roll.
Not with that roll. So yes. So you all sort of lurch and stretch and elongate and again sort of boom, thud back into the ground. And things look different. You guys are standing in a set of ruins.
Wait, what happened?
You guys just see just sort of stone walls and various ruins, and it's everything's just sort of in shambles.
Geneva, are we not on the right plane?
Oh, we're not on the right plane. Oh. She sort of thinks, yeah, we're not in the right plane. Yep, that's what it is. I'm so sorry, guys. So teleportation gets us here, but now we have to go back to the plane. Okay. Guys, give me a second. I can find us a portal to the Feywild. Just give me like 5 minutes.
Would it
Okay.
be easier to
Kasel, shut
rest
up.
here and then teleport straight to the thing?
So the teleportation will
Yeah, she's saying we need a portal
Well,
now.
I guess I could teleport back into the Feywild.
Well,
Yeah, I
when
mean,
we-
we could take a long rest here, or I could do. It's quicker for me to find a portal. Just give me like 5 minutes. I gotta prepare a ritual to find a portal. It's the Feywild. Sorry, I should have warned you guys. Imagine this is a bit jarring seeing this when you're expecting
Yeah, this
big
is,
fantasies. So, give me a second.
Druidia as we remember it.
Yeah, sorry. And so, yeah. Which I'll take a second to look around, and it's sort of overgrown, the sort of trees, and you sort of look around, and you see what appears to be the foundation of what you guess was the temple. And you just see a giant stump there. Where this giant tree in the Feywild is, there's just sort of this big stump.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around a little bit just to see if there's.
Yeah, it's everywhere that there should be a building or there is a tree in the Feywild, there's a stump or a sort of rotted, fallen over tree with some remnants of the building, and it's just sort of this abandoned wasteland.
I mean, how does this even happen?
Maybe maybe that's why they ran to the Feywild.
Everyone make me a history check.
10.
5. I don't know shit about my own people.
Go ahead and make me at an advantage.
Me?
Since it is your
17.
people.
17.
Okay.
I'm
Right.
old. I know some stuff.
Yeah.
3.
So, Margot is old, and she knows some stuff. And she knows that the story is that Mount Druidia is a volcano, and that it erupted and destroyed Druidia
Okay.
through its lava flows. And it in a giant eruption knocked all the buildings down, and then eventually lava flowed down. There is skepticism to the story. There is just general skepticism in the populace about its, because these people were in tune with nature, some people think they should have seen this coming.
Okay.
But that's all. There's just skepticism about the story. There's not like a counter story or like, it's just kind of, and the people who believe this are kind of like the 9/11 truthers in the real world. Like, it's like, okay, like come on, man, it was the volcano. Like, everybody knows it was just the volcano.
Yeah. Like, stop trying to find an answer where there isn't an answer.
Yeah, it was just the volcano, guys.
Maybe it was Andorra.
So, maybe it was Andorra.
She lost her shit and started blowing up volcanoes.
Could have been.
Maybe it was Talisman. Remember, he's lived tons of lives. And now he's living on top of the mountain. Never know. So, Geneva, you found that portal?
Oh, yeah, give me about another minute. I'm almost there.
That's fine.
And yeah, she's just sort of kind of lining up like little bits of leaves and just sort of, just sort of laying out the same, a kind of different sigil. Mm-hmm. Anything else you guys are doing?
Nope.
Oh, never mind. She's done.
Okay.
Yep. Just kidding. And they all sort of shift and point over. She's like, that's the way.
Okay.
And you guys walk for maybe 5-10 minutes. Mm-hmm. And you sort of find this sort of pearlescent, sort of odd shimmering rock. And she's like, and she passes through it
Okay.
seamlessly.
Margot, I'm going to grab onto you. Here we go.
Okay.
And I'm going to go in.
Kasel's gonna jump in.
Okay. So you all through this sort of thing. You expect it to be like a like your teleportation, and it's just passing right through it. And you're right back in the same thing. And immediately the saturation of colors of the Feywild return back to you. And they hurt your eyes for a minute, but you adjust, and you're used to it now at this point. And yeah, you walk back. It's not very far because you only walk for 5 or 10 minutes. Back the same way, and you're back in Juridia and the Feywild.
Wow.
Yeah, and sort of now seeing it for its beauty and its glory that was even better than it probably was.
I never thought I would miss it like this.
Yeah, but sure enough, it's back and beautiful and feels like home. So what do you all do?
I say we go visit with
Andrew's stuff.
Anders stuff.
Okay. So yeah, so you all come in. The druids are off, kind of doing each their own thing, and Andrew stuff is sort of there for a bit. He's like, "Oh, you guys Joel just left."
When?
Oh, the time dilation. Yes. Yeah. So, well, good. You were you able to find?
Yeah, we talisman.
Yeah, talisman. Yes.
Yeah, he
Good.
taught us meditation. He gave us some parting gifts. I found out I'm not technically good.
Oh,
I touched the talisman.
well, that's not good to know.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
I'm not evil,
Did
but
you-
I'm not
How
good.
This
did
is
you
me.
do when you touched the talisman?
Well, I've never touched the talisman.
Oh, well, that's how his test to know if you're a good person, like at your core.
Oh well,
Like
I
he
mean,
said, just because it doesn't work doesn't mean you're not evil.
well, he'd asked me if I wanted to touch it before, and I said I didn't want to know.
Yeah, I should have left it at didn't want to know, but I got a cool elephant.
Well, that's cool. That's exciting. So that was it. Just to come.
Well, no, he taught us
Meditate with
basically
him.
some meditation tricks that make us more wise. We learned about
Okay.
the top of the mountain. He told us that there were these whites or something.
Yes.
I saw an eagle. Saw
Okay.
two. Yeah, that was really cool. We had to go over a treacherous bridge.
Okay.
I mean, I do feel like it was a random side quest that doesn't
Yeah?
quite make sense, but
Really?
I feel like that was about it.
Well, okay. Well, very good. Well, I'm glad that you found some value in this. Unfortunately, I have learned that the delegation that we were meant to visit with from Spiros has been dispatched with.
Uh-oh.
Yes, it would appear that they we've done some scrying and some other intelligence work and found that they were killed by some paid mercenaries in Capitus. So they will not be joining us for our rendezvous. So we
What the fuck did we do?
don't really have an avenue there. So we are currently looking for other allies to assist us. But I think that might now be a topic worthy of convening the Druid Circle.
What can we do?
How did they die?
Well, our understanding was that they were poisoned. Shook! Shook! He goes, so, I am surprised, but,
And you said they were in Capitus?
yes.
Do we know who poisoned them?
No, our sources have not been able to tell us that.
Seraphina's in Capitus. With, oh my god, Hammer.
Well, perhaps we could...
And Dora's in Capitus, and
Andorra is in Capitus.
she is. She's in this little thing.
This little thing.
I can't remember because I was only at the Warhammer Warlock, his Farno's house, the Dreadlock, I think, for a couple of times, and
Okay.
I just remember Seraphina going to see her and coming in and out of this little box, almost like she was having to go to another dimension.
This is true. It's likely a pocket dimension. If that's
Yeah.
the case, scrying would be difficult, nigh impossible.
And I think Mang Changor, he's there, and I know that Seraphina, we had worked with him because I remember I worked with him too, and
The name doesn't ring a bell, but
I think Seraphina might be a part of that.
But perhaps if you can describe her well enough to Geneva, then perhaps we would be able to scry on her and be able to see what she is doing.
Okay. Geneva, she is a tiefling sorcerer,
She's an albino.
Yeah, so yeah.
tiefling.
and she's albino.
Yeah, so you describe her
Yeah.
well enough that you're able to get a good description of her, and
I'm so freaked out.
so yeah, so she says, well, okay, I can getting pretty tapped on my magic, but I think I might be able to do this once. So, Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a wisdom saving throw. Go ahead and just roll a d20.
As Seraphina?
As Seraphina.
Oh, fuck. Fuck.
No, well, I mean, if you have your sheet, you can tell me what the wisdom save is.
These are how the parties are coming together.
My wisdom saving throw. Okay. +1.
Okay, so yeah, roll me a d20 and add 1.
15.
Okay. So she fails. So you don't know that this is happening. So you all see Geneva again pull out her spell book, lay out some components and some other things sort of around her, and she says, "Okay, I'm going to be gone for like just a minute, so you guys just don't touch me or anything. Don't mess with me real quick, okay?"
I won't let anything happen to you.
She points at me, Kasel. I know enough about people to know that he's the one that would mess with me. Do not let him mess with me.
If he does,
Consent is sexy.
Dilbert and I will stomp on you. And yes, Kasel, consent is attractive and sexy.
Okay, good. And she sort of, her eyes wide over. And she sits there for like a minute.
That being said, I do stare.
Stare all you want. I don't care.
Okay, so yeah, she sits for a minute. And after a minute, sort of pops back. She's on a ship. She is on a ship. And she is with something I haven't seen before, like a big metal person. Like a big metal...
Shit, that's Hammer.
Okay. And,
Yeah, that would be Hammer.
Okay, and 2 humans. I saw them. I don't know any of these people.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a hard time describing them. Who else? There's another human. A GIF, the big hippo people. Have you guys seen those?
Yeah.
2 of those on the ship.
Oh, I think that. Yeah, they were the ones that got us to Capitus.
Okay. Well, yeah, if you know them, yeah.
Yeah,
that's...
Reginald and his son. I never caught his son's name though.
Okay. Well, they're there, and a bunch of little fish people.
Okay.
Just telling you what I saw. Just a bunch of Kuatoa, I think is what I've seen them called in studies. Little fish people, real big on religion. If you get the chance, they're really interesting people. And she sort of brings out
okay. Look, a book.
Oh, well, if you guys aren't interested.
Oh no, I'd love to get a rundown on them real quick.
Look, when you have time, I suggest looking up Kuatoa. They're really interesting people.
I'll take your word for it, Geneva.
Anyway, couldn't tell exactly where she is because really outside of that is just water. So I don't know where she's going, what she's doing, but
she's obviously not in Capitus anymore.
that would be my assumption is that she's somewhere on a boat.
But she might not be responsible for what.
Can you tell if she did this?
Oh, not from scrying. Honestly, the bit I heard was them talking about looking for an island. I didn't catch the name of the island, but they said they were looking for an island.
Okay. Well, that's weird because she's albino, so she wouldn't really want to go anywhere tropical, but...
A little unusual, I guess, then, but...
She probably has a good sunblock.
Yeah, must be.
Well, where do
SPF
those
like
little
9,000.
fish people exist?
Kuatoa fish and water.
Well, now that is an interesting question because they do only have a few specific breeding grounds and a few island chains off of the west of the river of off of the very south bits of the Bay of Michael.
So that
Bay of Michael.
that narrows it down a lot.
Oh well, it would. Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
good point. That's a very good point.
And then we could probably figure out where she's going from there, but
Have you ever been to the Bay of Michael? Geneva?
I mean, yeah, I'm from Arquebus, so I mean, I've been there, but
Yeah.
it's been a long time.
But have
Do
you
we-
been to any islands in the Bay of Michael?
No, I've only read about them.
do we go to there now, or do you think we should wait it
I
out?
think we should wait for the Druid Circle maybe to happen.
Okay. Yeah.
They'll give us guidance.
I can do that. I'm okay with that. We can wait for them.
Okay, so you all are waiting.
Yep.
Eventually, yeah. Andrewstaff convenes the Druid Circle. He shares with them what he's already told you guys, that the who he was trying to broker a sort of alliance with the people from Spirus. That their ambassador their ambassadors were clearly killed, and they will not be able to make the meeting that was supposed to happen. He goes, so I am now open. If anyone has any suggestions for other avenues of alliances, I think it would be wise for us to build alliances in this time.
I don't know. I didn't know Seraphina had this in her to do. I mean, I should have, but she's got to be working with someone.
So wait, so you think that Seraphina killed these?
I think she might have been hired to, like maybe Andoria. Andorra, sorry. Trying so hard not to say the name Doria.
Yeah.
I think Andorra might have hired her, or this might be part of her plan.
So
I don't see Seraphina doing it just to get money. Maybe it's part of a plan of something.
So you think Andorra meant to kill the Spirosi?
I think Andorra might have had Seraphina do it to stop something, because Andorra is an almighty being. I mean,
so you think Andorra of Nexus is against us?
I think she is. I killed Ferno, and she very well knows that.
No.
And Ferno was a big part of her plan.
He sort of leans back, sort of starts thinking. This is interesting. She would be a dangerous enemy.
Seraphina would be too, but there's no way Seraphina did it on her own.
You think she has?
Yes, but I know Hammer, and Hammer is a naive, but ultimately a good person. So I don't see him going to kill someone just to kill them. So that means that Seraphina would have had to meet someone along the way, which would make sense because I left her. I left her quickly after we arrived in Capitus.
What were the other humans like?
What did they look like? Do you know what they...
So she describes, Doria in her disguise, which doesn't mean anything to you guys.
Yeah.
And
wow, sounds basic.
Yeah. And you would have never met Nandita.
No, but I did meet Algernon.
Yeah, so she does describe Algernon.
Okay, so I know him. I know that's Algernon.
Yeah, so that rings a bell to you.
Oh, he's still with them? That's good.
Yeah, but you think maybe because he was attached with...
However, Algernon could have done that. I mean, he wasn't a big talker, but he wrote adventure stories, and so he might have been tricked. But also, there's no telling what Andorra can feed into someone's mind to make them do really whatever it is she wants them to do.
Is anyone familiar with Andorra of Nexus?
I met her.
She killed lots of people from what I hear.
I've seen... We interacted with her a little bit when we were at the roller disco, which was weird. She came up to me and she spoke to me, and I remember asking her if she was going to kill me, and she said it wasn't my time yet.
That is dark.
And that she had other plans. Because, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, with how powerful she is, she could kill me wherever she wanted.
I just don't know if this is our most present threat as a druid circle.
It might not be, but we might need to be aware of it. We might need to... Okay. It might need to be more in our brains and minds than...
Yeah, and Daniel goes, hey, I don't want to step on any toes here. I don't want to...
Hey, Daniel!
I don't want to do a thing. Hey, how you doing? I feel like Brandleburg has been and is probably going to be the big problem that we're going to have. I'm just saying it. If anybody's thinking it, I'm just saying it. So I think it makes sense. And if I'm speaking out of turn, you guys just stop me. But I just think that's where we need to be focusing our energy.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
But if Andorra's killing your people... This is only going to get worse. To me, it only makes sense. Andorra's in Capitus. Your people were killed in Capitus. It's very coincidental that she's not involved.
And Andrew Stuff goes, look, King Brandel and his family have been our enemies for many, many years. they were responsible for the original destruction of Druidia. And, sort of murmur of agreement goes through the crowd. They have persecuted and enslaved the Druid people. These are our enemies. These are our known enemies. I don't know this Andorra person. And I think it might be foolish with this limited amount of information to divert our very precious resources to fight this threat.
I agree.
Any threat.
Look, I'm happy to discuss this, but I need more information.
I agree with you. I don't think that we need to go after them now, but I do think it wouldn't hurt for us to be preparing that we might one day need to go after her.
She slaughtered an entire town.
I've heard of the stories of Plantonia.
Those names.
So if she could do that, imagine what she could do to us.
I agree with you though, Andrew. I don't feel like we need to go about it now. I just think we need to be prepared that we might one day need to. I think right now our main focus needs to be finding new allies.
And he sort of stares off from one. He says, I think we need more information. I think we need allies.
Agreed. How do we go about getting allies? What about the gifts?
I have no contacts with the gifts as anyone, and they sort of kind of pants around the room.
What about Luxodons? Do we have any? Are there any local Luxodon?
The Luxodon are very rare. Honestly, Talisman was the only Luxodon I knew.
Okay.
Wait a second. The university built hammer. What if we found the way they did that and recreated it?
What is hammer?
He's like a war thing. He's like just a metal. He's a golem.
This sounds very unnatural.
Didn't Kasel take off before we met Hammer?
Nope.
Okay.
Now, there was just a brief overlap.
Okay.
Super brief.
Yep. No, he's good.
But if we made more of him, we wouldn't need allies.
You're saying you want to make your own allies?
Yes.
I am curious. What do we know about these metal people?
They're very tough, and they're very resilient.
Okay. How do you make them? Do we know? Does anyone...
But we don't know how to make them, but we know where they were made.
And where was this?
In Archivist, at some university. I cannot remember.
Okay, but yeah, the university. So, okay. Well, this is a potential avenue. I think this may be something that we should look into. Perhaps this is a good task for your crew, team? Do you have a name?
Good place to end the episode.
We're gonna need Geneva to be able to learn how to use the spell, because I don't.
I would call us the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
What are you,
Bless you.
Zordon?
Well,
You disembodied head?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I ask you to go to Archivus to discover how these metal creatures are made so that we may potentially use them in our purposes. I am with reservation about this plan, but I think no avenue is without merit at this juncture. Yes.
He's wanted for murder in Archivus.
You don't have to raise your hand. But yes, well, that is additionally good information to know.
I, for the record, didn't kill anyone.
Make a persuasion check.
$29.
Shit, did you give me these, or am I just literally putting them on things?
He says,
okay.
He says, okay, but this is not my concern. However you all find this information is good.
Okay.
Go to Archivus, find out how these things are made, and report back. Meanwhile, I think it would behoove us all to seek out other allies. So,
Can we take Geneva?
We're gonna need
And she sort of looks to Geneva, and she was like,
Yeah.
We're gonna need you to be able to.
We're gonna need your help, Geneva.
You seem to study very quickly.
quick study.
And we're going to a college with lots of books.
So
Who wants to look at some books? Who wants to look at some books? As I'm poking her in the belly.
I do want to look at... Stop poking me. I want to look at some books.
Okay.
She means well. She's a little crazy.
I know you all mean well.
We're really happy to have you, Geneva.
Well, I'm excited to be with you
Have you
guys.
been to Archivus? That's where you're from,
Yeah, that's
right?
where I'm from, yeah.
Okay,
So,
good.
I
So you
mean-
can actually transport us right there.
Yeah, I mean, I know where you guys are going.
On the correct plane, please.
Oh, us in the Feywild.
So I think a quick rest,
Yeah,
Yes.
and then maybe that.
that works.
And that is where we're gonna end the episode. We hope you've enjoyed the podcast. Please rate, review, and follow us wherever you find us. You can listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, and YouTube. Please also take the time to follow and like us on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can find more information about our podcast and where to find us at our website, dungeonswith.com. And as always,